But I always think that, like, the second worst thing for me is going on stage and doing the play every night, and the first worst thing for me would be staying home and not doing it. So, you know, it's kind of like a lesser of two evils. And of course, now that I'm doing it and working with wonderful actors like Kunal, it's, you know, in retrospect, at least very rewarding.
But it doesn't get any better for you, because you say that your opening night nerves are just as bad as day 80.
Yeah, it's the strangest thing. Kunal and I have done this play maybe 200 times. We did this last year in New York. We're doing it here. Yeah, for some reason, I think because we still have to do the entire play, even on the last performance, we still have to do the thing in its entirety. So I'm still, like, panicked about the whole thing.
Well,
you know,
what
as
are you
opposed
worried about?
You know, I can really come up with anything to worry about. I'm really.
We share a dressing room together, and we talk about this all the time. We all get it, by the way, because you're on stage for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and anything can happen at any moment. And there is this feeling of you're standing on the edge of a cliff, and you're, hopefully not going to fall over the edge, but you're just teetering on that line the entire show, and anything can happen. So obviously, every night, no matter what, and every night is different. Anything can happen. An audience member coughs over the setup of a joke, so you kind of have to really understand where the rhythm lies, and things happen. You open beer bottles, you cut yourself. I accidentally punched him in the face once. Things happen. I mean,
that's actually not the worst thing that happened, because you threw up on stage, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I told that story.
The punching actually was worse. I was there for both, and I can assure you. Last week, Kunal and I are screaming at each other on stage, and I threw up, which is really the most abusive thing I've done to him on stage. No, I think that was food. I don't know. Yeah.
You choked. You were like you swallowed air to try and make your next point, and bile came out.
Yes.
But it was
nice.
It was great.
But the audience, none the wiser, thought it was part of the thing.
Yes.
He's amazing.
Yes.
Look at the length he goes to.
Exactly. And of course, I just immediately agreed and told them that was every night.
I had allergies like a couple of weeks ago, and the set is an apartment, and I went to the kitchen and I got not toilet paper, like napkins, and I blew my nose on stage, and everyone's like, "Wow, what a great choice!"
Yes, exactly.
Seriously, I had cousins in the audience like, "Wow, what a specific choice for the actor." I was like, "No, literally, I had snot leaking from my nose." Okay, there's nothing like romantic or dramatic about that. It was an emergency.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the play. You say that the two main characters, the two of you sitting here on the sofa, one the absolute worst of you, and one the better part of you.
Yeah, my character's kind of a privileged New Yorker. He's been given everything and appreciates none of it. And Kunal plays this earnest immigrant from Nepal, studying business and really struggling to kind of make it in America. The themes the play is a comedy, but we discussed themes about immigration, xenophobia, bigotry, racism, sexuality, gender, all the stuff that we think about all the time.
Talking about here.
I know,
But that,
exactly.
has just kind of totally coincidentally kind of coincided with what some of the discussions have been here the last few weeks.
You're the Nepalese.
I play the Nepalese immigrant. I moved to America when I was. My own story is I moved when I was 18 years old, so I've lived this sort of life in a way. I've lived this character who tried to make it in a different country, so it's very close to my heart.
You were born in Hounslow, weren't you?
I was born in Hounslow. I moved to India when I was 3 years old, but I was born in Hounslow. They want me back.
Do they?
Yeah, they want me. Hounslow wants me back.
At baggage claim.
Exactly.
So it works quite well for you being here, because you're obviously living in LA, setting life over there very successfully, and most of your family is still in India.
Yeah, my whole family is in India, so we're talking about possibly moving to London once Big Bang is done and making this next home for a while at least.
Well, let's bring up Big Bang then, in that case, seeing as you mentioned it first.
I have to go back to start season 10. So very lucky to be starting season 10. You never think, 10 years ago I was a kid out of graduate school and I got this job and it changed my life. And it's very rare now for television shows to be on this long. It just doesn't exist. The whole tide is changing. There's so many ways to get television. To be one of the last standing network shows in America, a sitcom that has had the success, all of us on the show realize how lucky we are,
it's
and
sort of
we
Friends
treasure it.
type success.
Yeah, it is, exactly. And it's just, I'm not sure that there'll be another show like this just because of the way the industry is changing. So to be a part of something like this, we all know that it's special and it's rare.
Do you know how much longer it'll be? Because this is series 10, season 10.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it could be the end, or hopefully it's not. You know, I think unanimously none of us want it to end, but a lot of those decisions are not up to us. So we'll see what happens.
Well, one of the best evenings out ever. I actually went to watch a recording of Friends and sat in the audience and watched it. So yours is the only other one I have on my tick list.
Please do come anytime in Los Angeles.
I wanted to mention that just in case I got that invitation.
I know, well done, well
The
done.
invitation I was asked.
Tick.
But it has changed your life.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, what the hardest thing about being an actor is having steady work. We talk about this a lot, and I've been very fortunate to have one job for 10 years, which is very rare in the industry. And like I said, it's very, very humbling. I have a lot of friends who are very talented who are not working, and it's tough. It's a tough industry, but to be in this position, I mean, I don't know.
I love the fact that people think you actually fake your accent.
I know
you wrote an autobiography based on
I wrote
that.
a book called Yes, My Accent is Real, because no one believed that I'm actually Indian.
How are you finding it here in London? Because originally the play was on in Broadway, wasn't it? So do you find our audience is very different?
It's been better here. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because we're kind of like a novelty, because we're different, you know, because we're, you know, an American play, essentially, or if it's just maybe my humor is somehow, as a writer, more, I don't know, in line with English humor. I've always loved English humor. My humor in this play specifically is really kind of dark, witty, sarcastic. It's not like kind of... Yeah, self-deprecating. It reminds me more of like Ricky Gervais in The Office than it does Woody Allen, even though my heritage is more similar to Woody Allen than Ricky Gervais. So I think maybe that's it. So it's been just the most incredible honor to perform in like the mecca of theatre.
Well, it's lovely to have you here.
It really
thank you
is.
so much for coming in today. The Spoils, London's Trafalgar Studios until the
like it there too.
27th of August. And thank you, guys.
Thank you.
very
Thanks
much.
very much.
Thanks.
For more of the same, just click here. And don't forget, you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel.
A fine southern drawl you got going.
Trying to learn that Bible language, my friend. That was hard. I said, I can't do that. I'll do it with a look.
Because quoting the Bible stuff you said was too hard to remember.
It was. I mean, because it's sort of very sort of, you know, flouncy sort of language. And if it doesn't make sense to me,
it's
it's really hard to...
No, you've got to be totally
exactly.
committed
You've got to
to
get
that.
it
Exactly,
right.
otherwise, you know...